Hello, welcome. What is good, everyone? Tone here, back to continue some more Infra Arcana here. Our last run was unfortunately short, ended quickly by a ghost popping out of a tomb. I'm ready to jump into a new journey here. Let's get to it. I'm just going to jump in with a war veteran again, since our last run was a bit short-lived. And the war veteran has been doing well for us. It's been a good thing to learn with. Although I am excited to check out some of these other backgrounds soon. And the traits. I've been liking cool-headed, so I think I'm going to run with cool-headed again. Seems hard to go wrong with that one. We know the story. Let's get through this church. You can actually disable this prologue level, which maybe I'll start doing soon, because it doesn't serve much of a purpose except for atmosphere and setup. But for now we're here. But let's enter the dungeon proper. Before I do begin, I'll give my usual reminder that if you guys would like to support this channel and my other work, you can do so over at patreon.com/tonehack. Feel free to check that out. And this is an interesting dungeon start. I've never been in like a room that was this dark before. I think enemies tend to not be in the starting room, so I'm just going to explore this without using lantern charges. That doesn't mean that they can't find us quickly, but the lantern has been a very valuable resource for me, so I'm going to see if we can avoid using that for return. Okay, so these gleaming crystals open doors like that one to the left. I may as well just hit that. Also gives 3% XP. Just go over there. Not that one. So that is a warded door. I believe is essentially a trapped door. If we were to open it, we'd have to face the effects of a trap. Decayed flesh means there's a reanimated corpse somewhere. There it is. I don't want to fight that and the Cobra at the same time. So I'm gonna back up. Actually, it's dangerous walking through this mud, because you can get stuck in it. I wonder how long that blindness lasts for. I was gonna try not fighting stuff as much as well this run, because it was pointed out to me how much fighting increases, like, you take attrition that's not immediately aware to you in the form of like shock from taking damage, and I think just being in the vicinity of certain enemies when it says that they are like unsettling to behold or whatever. But also something I didn't realize is when you take damage, and I still know how this works, your armor gets worse. So I think that's even like a nastier effect. A lot of enemies kind of ignore you if you just it's pretty easy to avoid combat with a lot of enemies here, and I do avoid combat a lot, but I also jump into combat a lot. Also, these reanimated corpses apparently can cause infections, which is like a drag on your medical bag and stuff. Now, I'm not going to go through this door with one chasing me, so I think I'm going to fight it by throwing a throwing knife at it. Okay, there's another reanimated corpse there now. I don't want to fight a bunch of these. Screw it, I'm curious what's behind the door. Also curious if they can open doors. think they might only break them down. So that door on the top right is the one that the gleaming crystal we used opened. This room is way bigger than I expected. Suspect that that top right corner of this map is nearing like the boundary. So this door probably doesn't go anywhere too deep. Medical bag, heck yeah. Like those. Let's check this room to our immediate left because it connects to our starting room. Okay, that's it. Okay, that reanimated corpse did break down the door there, and they tracked me down before they forgot about me. They only remember creatures for 8 turns. I could kick that brazier over on them, which I probably should have done. I'm gonna just shut this door, and they might forget about us. It's been more than 8 turns. Got some wolves here. See if I can stay away from... I think we're going to have to deal with the wolves. Wolves are kind of scary. I wonder if we can fight them in the corridor. Throw a throwing knife at this one. Oh, that actually killed them. I don't know how much health they have, but it's apparently not much. See about the other one. Okay, I'm just going to melee this one. Uh-oh. Is that a separate pack of wolves? I feel like wolves are kind of like jackals in Brogue, and that they're pretty dangerous early on. Not as much for a war veteran. I'm gonna throw a throwing knife at this guy while I get the bonus. Then can we kill these ones quickly? What is my chance to hit them? I should have checked. 50%. I feel like a kick would kill this one. And kicks have plus 15% accuracy. They only do 1 to 2 damage, I think. But if my throwing knives have been consistently killing these things... it's hard to say. These do 2 to 6 damage, and I think the sneak attack gives you like plus 50% or something. I might be wrong on that. Which means they potentially have upwards of like 9 health. I'm just gonna throw a throwing knife at the one that's in front of me. Which I missed. Alright, let's switch to our pistol. Just because it has a higher hit chance. Pick our throwing knife back up. Those throwing knives sometimes mulch. Like my previous, I think all the ones I threw so far, sure, what, 2 or 3 of them have disappeared. I think that one didn't disappear because it missed. But they don't always mulch, so it's a little unlucky that these ones did. And my understanding about snakes now is I believe they don't really follow you out of the rooms they're in, so I'm actually gonna walk away from that's a bard grade, they can just walk through, slither through that anyways. So that one I will walk away from while my health is low. There's more room to explore over there. And very notably, I haven't found the stairs yet. Okay, looks like there's just a lot of mud here. The rat things I'm noticing die pretty easily. I think they have low health. I'm gonna swap to my machete here. What chance to hit you? 70%? Well, if you can hit them, they tend to die. Alright, there is the exit. Also, it seems to be an unfortunate placement for that gleaming crystal, which opens the door on the right side of the screen. I think we'd have to walk back around for. I do have a lot of shock value left before I go gain any insanity. I'm not going to waste a throwing knife on this guy. Cool, got a couple of potions. Alright, I'm at rat thing over there. I wonder if there's anything worthwhile in there. I'm at 54% shock. I'm gonna use this crystal because I'm curious if it increases our shock. It went up by 1, but that might have just been normal. Oh, but my shock actually... Oh, it's because I'm standing next to blood and guts. Alright, I think we should at the very least go see what is over there. Nothing. Oh, I forgot. I think the rat things can go through grates. I think they followed us to the left, even though we're no longer in that room. Okay. It looks like there's several rooms to the left that we haven't seen. I'm gonna walk around here so I don't have to deal with that closed door. I probably shouldn't have let that poison me. Poison's kind of nasty. Walking around right now is very dangerous. Hitting Cobra. I want to throw something at this guy. The throwing knife kills it. It does. Sweet. Got a manuscript. Another one of those. Let's use this mirror. Anything on the other side of it. This door is open. Bunch of goodies behind it. With the spear and the iron spikes for now. Our shock is getting a little high. I think when I step away from this blood, so my understanding is you have 3 turns before you go insane once you're over 100% shock. I think I can safely walk away from this blood and I would no longer be going insane. But if there's actually blood in this room, that could have been a problem. So I'm just going to safely turn on my lantern for a moment there. Chest here, some Winchester bullets, a Tommy gun, fully loaded. I should be able to escape this without turning on my lantern. Ooh, I got really lucky there actually, because there was blood in here. But I'm not on a dark tile anymore. This is the only reason I didn't go insane there. I feel like I'm playing with fire that there. And saving a few lantern charges would not have been worth going insane there, but I think a very good player that kind of understands mechanics and the timing and what they're doing there would try to take advantage of that to save lantern charges. That was the rat thing from that other room. All right. Time to go on to the next dungeon level. So something I think I learned on, or realized on my last run, is that these manuscripts, I was kind of treating them like scrolls, but I think learning the spells is pretty valuable too. And using consumables like manuscripts and probably potions raises your shock. So reading them at the end of a level before we clear our shock by going down the stairs seems pretty valuable. So I'm going to go ahead and read these manuscripts. We can figure out what they are. I don't think they have negative effects like a scroll and NetHack might, where you might like surround yourself in coughing gas or something, strangling gas. I guess we'll find out. I recite the forbidden incantations on the manuscript. The bugs on the ground suddenly move very slowly. Ooh, I like that's a very NetHack message there. The bugs on the ground suddenly move very slowly. I like that. It is a spell of slow. Now I only have 3 spirit, which means I'm not going to be casting anything anytime soon. But something I found out is there's like a blood school of magic, which uses your hit points instead of spirit, which seems very useful for a character like our war veteran. So that's pretty cool, and we'll get more spirit over time. And maybe if we get a strong enough spell, we even lead into that, because I think some of the traits give us more spirit, or make it easier for us to cast spells like this. So what's this one? Causes the spell's victims to move more slowly. Affects one random visible hostile creature. That sounds sweet to me. Again, we can't use it. If our spirit hits 0, we die, so we have to be very careful casting spells. Alright, I'm going to rest here to try and regain my hit points as I watch my shock going up. At 17, I'm going to read this other manuscript, which is going to put me over 100 shock, but then I should be able to go downstairs safely. Withering surrounds me. Decay aura. Aura of decay. The caster exudes death and decay. Creatures within a distance of 2 moves take damage each standard turn. 1 damage per creature. Does that mean each creature takes 1 damage, or if there's more creatures around it does more? I'm guessing everything does 1 per turn. It isn't a whole lot, but that's probably pretty useful when you're surrounded by a bunch of like weak enemies. Maybe if there's like a ton of like those acid mounds or molds like around. And if it lasts, how many turns? 15 to, I mean, that adds up if you're in like a longer fight too. Not too bad. And I'm sure it does more damage when you're in, that says adjacent creatures. This is within 2 moves. But I'm sure at higher levels too, skill levels, it does more than 1 damage. Alright, time to go down because we are at 110% shock. There is a fountain here. It's like the last thing. Weird, I wonder what caused that. It's just like the last thing you want to find in your starting room. The big benefit from fountains is that they reduce your shock. It means you kind of want to find them while you already have shock built up. Cultist and a cultist priest. This is a scary combination of enemies to stumble upon. Neither of them know we are here. I'm tempted to light a Molotov and throw it at them. I don't know if this is the best use of our Molotov. But that should make this a pretty quick encounter. I could also leave. But we are in about as advantageous of a position as we can get with these enemies, I think. And if we run into them later... I mean, you can kind of lure the cultist into a favorable position to fight them, where they're going to engage you in melee and not be able to shoot you with their weapons. I don't know about the cultist priests, though. They're pretty dangerous in general, I think. But Molotovs are also very valuable. We only have 2 of them. I don't know if this is really scenario worth using one. Throw the spear. I don't know if it's actually strong enough to like one-shot either of them. I'm noticing that's a question I have a lot now. So one of the next things I need to do in this game is kind of, at least for these early enemies, is like learn their stats, I guess, how much damage they can do, how much health they have, that kind of thing. I need like a reference table or something. I have a feeling, I don't know if this is considered out of depth for the priest, but I feel like the priest could be very dangerous in this scenario no matter what. I kind of want to throw a Molotov. Now, I believe having the cultist be on fire might mean that they have a reduced chance to hit me. Pretty sure while they're burning, they do have a reduced chance to, or a reduced evasion, so we hit them better. But I do wonder if like I could have a very bad turn, the turn following hitting them with a Molotov. And speaking of which, something else I learned, the developer, I believe, actually posted in one of my recent videos and mentioned, because I think we were in a similar scenario, me talking about how it costs like 2 turns to use stuff. When these guys are unaware of us, they will not attack us the following turn unless we like attack them, essentially. So I could pretty much do anything this turn, and even though they're like within range and vision, they won't hurt us. So I could basically light a Molotov for free, and then then I can throw it, and then they'll act after I throw it. Screw it. I think the Molotov sounds fun. I don't know if it's ideal, but I like fun too. Smoke grenade could be pretty good here. I don't know if they'll shoot at me or cast spells at me if they don't see me. Let's try the smoke grenade. I haven't used the smoke grenades very often. It could go very poorly, but I'm only saying that because I don't know how they work, which is more of a reason for me to try a smoke grenade. I'm gonna try a smoke grenade here. We have to light it. Okay, now both of them know where I'm at. Looks like they're gonna try and get to me through that pentagram tile. I wonder if the pentagram tile causes them to get hurt because it's like a trap for us. And actually, it only says that the cultist priest sees us. So the cultists might have walked out of line of sight before they had the opportunity to see us. But if they don't know about us now, like do this. So the smoke grenade blocks vision, and also the anything in it is coughing, so we kind of know where they're at. So let me like throw this spear. Half damage, probably not worth it on that. Use my gun. The gun's pretty loud, which makes this kind of dangerous, because enemies could come from a number of positions. Agonized screaming. Now let's throw a spear. This one. I think they're both dead. I'm gonna take your revolver. Harrowing scream. I don't know what that means. Uh-huh. Blinded zealot. There's something else there too. Oh, my spear ended up on the trap tile because multiple items can't stack on the same tile. And since the cultist dropped a gun, my spear landed on the trap tile. That's unfortunate. I doubt this game has like a kick or something where I could get that easily. I think we can run from the blinded zealot. I'm more afraid that there's two enemies here. What spells do we have again? Slow and Aura of Decay. We're not casting anything now, though. Oh, snap. So that cultist has like a shotgun or a Tommy gun or something? A Tommy gun, that's scary. But if I move up, we're going to be in melee range. And my back is going to be against the wall, so they can't kick me back to shoot me. So I think this is a really safe position for me to fight them from. So I don't think they can shoot me with that Tommy gun from there. Otherwise, I think that could have one-shot me. Oh, okay. Blinded Zealot found us. Probably shouldn't have walked right back. For some reason, I thought the Blinded Zealot had backed up. I'm going to try and kick this guy. Okay. I'm going to try and kick this brazier over to them. Oh, perfect. Nice. Blinded Zealot is burning. And now he's stuck over there. I think I'm going to throw my machete at him. I think that'll kill him. This is the other thing I'm trying to do more, is like throw melee weapons. Should burn to death. Agonized screaming, I believe, means that they're dead. My machete. I'm gonna go ahead and equip that. Put flames there now. Pick up the spiked mace. We already have a Tommy gun, right? We do, so I'm just gonna unload this one. I want that potion whenever it's not on fire again. I just noticed my shock was 0, but I think that's because the fire makes this like well lit. Can I kick this? No. A lot of open doors. Another manuscript. That leads back to our right. I feel like this map doesn't go too much more to the left. So if we explore these areas, then maybe I can go back down here and use that fountain on the way back around. I'm not sure if I checked that wall on the very bottom of the room I was just in for secret doors. Huh, there's a lot of mirrors. +1 axe. I'm not anticipating secret walls in this room, so I'm not going to check the top. Let's see, so we've detected some of our potions as benign. Oh, this is the only way into this room. I'm not too familiar with these traps. I don't know how bad they can be. Let's find out. Let's step into the strange shape on the floor, shall we? A beam of light shoots out from a curious shape on the floor. My life force is sapped. Okay, so that's capitalized effect, which means it's permanent. Or at least it doesn't have a duration to it. There might be a way to heal it, but it won't just go away on its own. And that means my max health is permanently -2. Which is kind of nasty, but when we have 18 health, it's not the worst thing in the world. Also, I think that might have added a lot of shock. A dagger. Take that. Empty cabinet. Okay, the spear put us overweight. Spear is quite heavy. I'm gonna drop that. What else is heavy that we are carrying? The Tommy gun, the spiked mace, but I'm gonna hold on to this as something I can throw. Oh, we have an axe as well, so I have a lot of melee weapons here. Is the axe worth using over our machete? I think it is. 9.5 average damage versus 7 is pretty nice. So what are the damage ranges on these? 5 to 14, 4 to 10. So they're similar variants. Machete is a little tighter, it's, I think, there, but it does less damage. I think a big boost of damage here is worth the -5% hit penalty. Both weapons are noisy. Something I learned about noise earlier is that the range for noise is 6 tiles, except for loud actions are 12 tiles, which is very good to know. I'm gonna drop the machete, and we're gonna use the axe, I think, even though it has a small accuracy penalty. Hitting in melee is already so difficult. I don't like accuracy penalties at all, but I do think the damage bonus on this axe may make it worth it. Okay, we have another potion down here. Getting pretty close to leveling up, which is exciting. Alright, I think I should wrap around to this fountain now. We should use that. Disease fountain. Okay. It is unfortunate. Disease cuts our max health in half, and then our current health stays up, so it's not like immediate. damage, but it slowly drains. So we're gonna have to be careful. That will go away. Okay, it just went away. It effectively did 5 damage to us, which is annoying. Interesting. So the room through the fountain, it was actually the only... It's like the choke point on this whole floor. And it's loud, so I'm gonna wait here a few times. Floating skull. So I'm curious how much health these floating skulls have. I don't think it's much, but they're like evasive. I learned that like ravens will die to like rocks. They only have like 1 health or something, and I wonder if the skulls are similar. Again, I need to like look up how much health some of these things have. I want to throw something at this guy while he's unaware of me. I wonder if throwing like an iron spike is enough to kill them. 1 to 4 damage. Outside of effective range. Let's just throw the spiked mace. 90% hit chance. Huh. That did like no damage. I figured even at 50% it should have been pretty good. What if they're like weak or like resistant to like the damage type or something? Interesting. I want to look up the damage range on that. It might just have like a really low bound. I think I need to shoot this thing. 30% hit chance. See if I can back up. We're gonna equip our dagger. There's a plus 20% chance to hit. %. Shouldn't be too bad. Got it. See, our dagger does 4 to 6, and we one-shot it. I don't know if it healed up or not after hitting it the other thing, but it feels like that mace should have reliably killed it. All right, let me unequip my dagger, get the axe back on. It does 2 to 15, so we could have done 1 damage with that. In which case, it looked like those skulls have like 5 health or something. Check the boundaries here for secret doors. There's a wolf. This is why I like carrying melee weapons now, if you have the capacity. Is you can throw them at stuff that is unaware of you. Probably throw the dagger here, 50% damage. So I'll throw the spiked mace again at this guy, because I have a 90% chance to hit it. And it killed it. There's another wolf that doesn't know I'm here. Outside of the effective range of the throwing knife, huh? I wonder if that wolf can see me if I move backwards, because it looks like we're at the range of each other's vision. I don't know how far they can actually see. Well, that might have more to do if the room is lit or not, actually. Also, the wolf moves fast, so that might not work. I think I should just shoot this with my Colt while I have the drop on them. And I'm going to get like the good hit chance. I think we're far enough away that this is unlikely to alert any enemies. There's another wolf. This one sees me. I'm gonna back up. Now he's within effective range. Same thing. Wait a few turns. Nothing else is coming up on us. Let's go ahead. Another slimy potion. So here is another one of those scenarios where you open a door and then you have like two forks where we found it's pretty easy to get surrounded in. So I'm just going to wait, see if any enemies come to me, which they did not. Big empty room. Making it a habit of waiting for a bit after opening doors like that. I don't think we're going to be getting around this zealot easily without fighting them. Seeing as they're already in this room, there's a closed door here. I'm going to throw my spiked mace at this thing. Damn. I feel like I'm low rolling those spiked maces. Wow. Okay. Grim and Agony, did I hit him? I don't think I hit him. I'm gonna kick him back. Shoot him again. I'm gonna keep doing that. You know, I just realized, I think, do they knock you back when they hit you with their mace sometimes when they paralyze you? I wonder if I want to be in a position where they can knock me back. Alright, I'm gonna wait a bit because I was just being very loud. Pick one of these spiked maces back up. I don't think I can pick up both. Growling voices, what could those be? Probably something that's used in the dark. I'm guessing it's like a reanimated corpse of some sort. Stench of decayed flesh. Seems like it. Cool, we got a good fountain. And this one is giving us experience, which I think might be an effect that normal fountains don't always do. I think that's a special like blessed or positive fountain. Could be wrong. Okay. Interesting. The walls collapse to reveal some rat things. This is actually where like, because these things should be pretty weak. I think this is where the Aura of Decay is probably pretty sick. We would probably kill these things pretty easily with our axe. I wonder what the cost in like shock and like armor health is if I like take 4 or 5 hits from these things while killing them. Or if it's worth like using my like ammunition. I feel like my dagger, I have an 80% hit chance. I think this will kill them. It will. They didn't even move. Are they slow? Doesn't look like it. I think it's probably just part of this room, like they don't act immediately. Let's try throwing my spiked mace. 80% hit chance. Build another one. My hit chance 65. Cool. No damage taken. Let's grab some rocks. How heavy are the rocks? Not very heavy. Okay, 90% shock. Curious what's in the room up there. But we are definitely going to go over 100. Like with combat in there. I would think. But the thing I'm curious about is if rooms that have like these warded doors are more likely to have like good loot inside of them. Well, touching this gives us XP, and hey, we leveled up. So we get to pick another trait. Kind of interested in dexterous, chance to evade attacks. Either expert marksman or melee fighter, both seem very nice. Rapid recover always seems great. I don't know how I feel about steady aimer. Does attacking in melee count as standing still? I'm guessing not. Like it probably means like resting for a turn, like waiting. Maybe not, because it just says unless damage is taken. The Stout Spirit gives +2 spirit points if we wanted to lean more into some spell casting. Oh, I forgot about this one. Strong backed plus 50% carry weight limit. It's actually a lot better than like that's pretty good, having more inventory. I kind of want to grab rapid recover, but I wonder if we're better off taking something that makes us like better in combat immediately and then grabbing rapid recover like next. I'm still in melee a lot, but I'm also like throwing stuff a lot and like using my pistol when I can, which makes me want to lean towards like expert marksman maybe. Although with a lot of our range attacks that I'm using, it's when enemies are unaware of me, so I get like a 98% hit chance. Melee fighter is often like when I have to back up and like fight something close. Not always though. In this run in particular, I've been taking a lot of weird damage from like disease fountains and like traps and stuff, which makes rapid recover kind of nice. I'm gonna take expert melee fighter. Seems like when we are in melee, having that extra hit chance and everything is gonna be pretty nice. Okay, I'm at 87% shock. Guess we can light a flare. We need to throw some stuff at these guys. See if I can kill them without ever seeing them. I think I missed. Throw the dagger. Am I not actually... I couldn't throw it directly at them because the door was in the way. But I wonder if I'm like... that trajectory means I'm just always going to miss them. I know with an iron spike, I'll throw one at this guy. Well, I'm not finding out anything with that. But I think I'm just missing. I wonder if these guys are like very evasive. Killed one. How much stuff is in here? Should I throw some rocks? Your growling voice, a loud banging, a loud banging. I am running out of stuff to throw. Alright, what is it? Oh, they're just reanimated corpses. I should have used my pistol before opening this door, actually. Killed that one. What's my chance to hit you? 65%. Well, there's a potion in here. Oh, it's dark in here. I should have left my lantern on. I think I'm supposed to grind these up. I don't know if their intestines can come at you, if that's just a chance with all of them, but also they can give you zombie dust or whatever, which is really nice. Another slimy potion. Okay, so we did all that for a slimy potion. Probably not worth. That probably, well, I guess we'll have to see what the potion is before I make that judgment. I don't know if it was worth my lantern charges, though. It was interesting to try, though. I am at the stairs. I'm gonna drink one of these slimy potions because I'm curious to find out what they do. I cannot be swayed by fear. I feel resistant to confusion. I feel wide awake and more at ease. It is a potion of fortitude. Did that just reduce my shock to 0? Gives the consumer complete peace and clarity of mind and cures mind sapping. Is my shock going to revert back to 100 once this, like, fear resistance or something wears off? I feel like fear is a different effect, like terrorize. If that just like immediately removes all your shock, that's pretty dang strong. Also try this other manuscript. The bugs on the ground suddenly scatter away. Speaking of fear, this sounds like Fury. Yep, Terrify spell. Manifests an overpowering feeling of dread in the spell's victims. Affects one random visible hostile creature. Terrorize is really good. Because actually, does it make you easier or harder to hit? I actually forget. It might make enemies harder to hit. At least it might make, I think the player, it might make you harder to hit. I feel like you're good at like running away when you're terrorized. I could be thinking of a different effect. I think we're good to go downstairs though. What floor is this? That was Def 2. That was a busy 2 floors. Look how many rooms there are here. Got a lot of manuscripts and potions, a lot of gear. Fun couple of floors so far. But we're going to go ahead and call this here. I'm going to save. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today. We'll pick up on some more Infra Arcana here soon with more from this run. Before I go, I will remind you all, go check out the links in the description below. You can find my Patreon if you want to show some support there. You can find my Discord, but some other stuff down there. For now, I am out. Thank you guys once again so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you all next time. Take it easy, everyone.